There's a region of the Midwest that's unlike any other, where rivers carve their way through steep valleys and bluffs tower over the horizon, almost like a mountain range. I'm camped out with my dog in the thick of it, exploring peaks and valleys. So grab a seat and let's stoke that fire, because this is Tiny Cabin Life. We're in the Driftless Region in southeastern Minnesota to do some camping in our travel cabin. This region is notable for its dramatic changes in elevation, making up an almost mountainous area that seemingly comes out of nowhere. It's called driftless because it escaped the last glacial period, so there's no glacial silt, gravel, or rock left behind by retreating glaciers. And so the absence of the glaciers allowed the rivers in the area to cut deep into the bedrock, creating the region's steep valleys and towering bluffs. And so we're pulling up to a campsite within a pine grove up in one of the bluffs. It should be a great spot to spend the night and provide a base camp for our adventures today. Well, we're finally back down south in the Driftless region, and I am so excited to be here because there's a state park in this area that I've wanted to explore for a very long time, and Ellie and I are going to get out there and see what it's all about today. And also, I can't tell you how glad I am to be back in the travel cabin. It's truly a luxury to have space to move around, and I'm looking forward to that tonight as well. We're set up in the Kruger unit of the Richard J. Dorer Memorial Hardwood State Forest. It overlooks the Zumbro River, which eventually flows into the Mississippi, and there are tons of opportunities to get out and explore right here. However, I've been to this area a few times now, and so I want to get out and see something new. And so our target is going to be Whitewater State Park, one of the gems of the Driftless region. But first, I gotta fuel up with some breakfast. Just a very nice, simple breakfast scramble to start the day. Got some sausage, hash browns, eggs, and hot sauce. Oh yeah, that's good. Somebody asked me in a comment once if everything I eat out here is good, because I always say that it is. And I guess my answer is that, yeah, it is. Usually I bring stuff that I want to eat, but also, you know, when you're out and it's cold and you just want food, basically anything hits the spot. All right, we are on our way to Whitewater State Park. I'm really excited, as I said before, because this is supposed to be just a gorgeous place. It's bluff country. You've got the Whitewater River that makes its way through it. There's tons of good fishing in the winter and the spring and summertime. It just seems like an awesome spot, and I can't believe I have not checked it out before. A lot of the Driftless region is used for farmland. And so one of the things that you'll notice when you're traveling through is that 1 minute you're up in a flat field, and then the next thing you know, you're headed down a steep grade, only to find yourself surrounded once again by cliffs and peaks. Man, this trail takes you up into the bluffs rather quickly. It's kind of nice how they have these stairs though. A little bit easier than going up switchbacks or something. Oh wow, is this beautiful. These stairs are just taking us up and up into the bluffs. And I think we're gonna top out in just a moment here. Wow. Unbelievable. So this right here is Coyote Point. It's the first overlook of the trail. And man, oh man, you get a taste of what this park is all about right here. We've got the beautiful bluffs, forest, and of course the Whitewater River making its way through the valley. And I love that you can see a farm up there too. That is just so iconic to this area. You got the farms up top, but down here, it's a whole other world. From Coyote Point, the trail takes us a little bit further up the bluff and then into the forest. And the further down the trail we went, the less it felt like we were in the Midwest. It felt a little bit more like we were in the Mountain West. This overlook is on a sheer cliff looking down over the Whitewater River. It's another unique vantage point into the nature of the Driftless region. Rivers like the Whitewater here carved out these valleys and exposed the bedrock, like what we're standing on right now. All right, so I believe we are making our way down towards the Whitewater River, and we got a ways to go still on this trail, and we're kind of running out of time. It's about 2 o'clock. I wanted to leave here at 3 in order to get home with enough time to build a fire before it's dark. So we'll see what happens, but I really want to get down to the river, so we're gonna press on. Awesome. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. There's incredible trout fishing in the Whitewater River. In fact, I want to say this is the premier destination for trout fishing in the entire state of Minnesota. And that's something that I've completely fallen in love with over the past year. I kind of started doing it out west in Wyoming, did a little bit of it here in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and I would love to come back here either later in the winter or the spring or summertime and fish for some trout. It was pretty cool that this hike took us high up into the bluffs where we got to get incredible overviews of the Whitewater Valley. But I gotta say, being able to work our way down to the river itself was the perfect icing on the cake. Once we arrived back at the cabin, I headed inside to make sure that we had a fire going in the wood stove. Then it was time to come outside and build a campfire. And it turned out that we made it home just in time to build one before it got dark. So I picked up this wood when I was at the park, and it's really funny. It seems like these are just like pieces of old fences or cabins or whatever little projects they have there. But hey, I'm not complaining. It's burning great. I think we might actually get a nice sized fire tonight. All right, so before I make some dinner tonight, I'm gonna do another taste of whiskey. This time I have the double rye from High West, which I've had a lot. This bottle stays in the travel cabin, and so I figured might as well go with this one instead of the Campfire that I've been drinking the last couple trips. All right, cheers, guys. That's good. It's nice to have a straight rye. It's missing that smokiness from the Scotch, which is in the Campfire blend. But honestly, right now, I'm enjoying just the straight rye. Tastes really, really good. It's finally dinner time, and I'm making something tonight that I have not made before in the cabin here. We're gonna be whipping up some meatball subs. It's gonna be bomb. Thank you for an awesome day in the park today. Bless this food and keep us safe overnight. Amen. This is a beast of a sandwich. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. As much as I love Mexican food, I love anything Italian too. So when you get some marinara, some meat and cheese and bread, I'm a happy man. Well, the new year is upon us, and I've just been reflecting on everything that happened in 2024. It was a big year. Olivia really started to just show her personality, and just seeing the awe and wonder on her face and the joy when she's out in nature and out at the cabins. And it has been just so meaningful and so much fun having her as a part of our family. We took some awesome trips this year as well. We got out west multiple times. I remember going to Tahoe and hiking through the snow up to that lookout cabin. That was incredible. Getting out to Wyoming twice, being able to stay at that fire tower was just the experience of a lifetime. But then we had some awesome adventures here in Minnesota. The boat cabin was born this year, and it allowed me to explore lakes that I otherwise would probably never have the opportunity to see. It totally changed the game in the summertime and offered a new way to get out and experience this beautiful state that we live in. And then, of course, all the adventures in the bike cabin, everything from the bitter cold to the extreme heat, mosquitoes, sleeping out on the ice, everything in between. And so, yeah, 2024 was amazing. I'm so grateful to God, my family, and to all of you for allowing me to live my dream of coming out to these beautiful places and sharing them. It's what I feel called to do, and I'm honored and grateful to do it every single day. Good morning. It is quite refreshing to see the sun is already up. That means I got some good sleep. Feels good to be warm and cozy inside the cabin. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. It's always special being back in the travel cabin, as luxurious as it is, but also coming back down to the Driftless region was such a treat. This is such an incredibly unique area. I mean, we basically have mountains here, and it was super fun to get out and explore it. And I'm definitely planning to come back in the spring and summertime, if not again during the winter. And I want to let you know that the family is hopefully going to be back in a video soon. It's just been hard during the winter time for a lot of reasons. You know, it's hard to go out hiking with Olivia to make sure she's warm enough. Also, keeping the cabin warm and making sure she gets good sleep and stays in a good routine is hard when I'm stoking the fire overnight and stuff like that. But we're definitely hoping to get them back out again. and I appreciate your patience with us on that. I want to thank all of our patrons for generously donating to this channel, but to all of you who support us, thank you. We're so incredibly grateful, and I cannot wait to see what happens in 2025. It feels like we're just getting started, and I'm looking forward to doing new things, going to new places, and bringing you all along with us. But with that, it's time for me to get home to the family. I'll see you guys next week. God bless.